Hey everyone, so this week I decided to try out Factor, which is a food delivery service similar to HelloFresh. My sister's stream is being sponsored by them for 2 weeks, so I decided to support her and also just to see how it's like. A benefit is that they cook very healthy food, so if you're one of those people who normally order Postmates or Uber Eats, stuff like that, there's definitely healthier options with Factor. Since I'm personally on a keto diet and trying to eat healthy myself, I decided to see if there is such a thing as a food delivery service that is healthy. Alright, first one I'm gonna try is, looks like turkey, chili, and zucchini. Open this up. It's really good. Tastes very fresh. You know what this reminds me of? The pre-cooked meals I used to get at Whole Foods. It's literally just like that. They cook it fresh, they say they don't freeze it, and it does not taste frozen at all. Guess I'm gonna have to try the sauce. I don't know what to do with it though. Do I just dump it in? Let me just mix it with some vegetables. Personally, I'm not really like a sauce kind of person, but this is definitely like very light. Like it's not really overwhelming or anything, which I like about this. Since it's the first one, I don't know what to rate it, but I think I'm gonna give it a solid 6 out of 10. Like I think it's really good, but I haven't seen anything else yet, so we'll see if I change my answer after I taste the other ones. Okay, next up, definitely tastes like beef. I really like this one, but I think I might be biased because I like beef, so. But the vegetables are very well cooked as well. I think the only problem I have is that they don't give you utensils, and it's really hard to cut into because of this plating. It's not on the actual plate, so if you stick your knife in, it's kind of difficult. But aside from that, I mean, if you just want to be barbaric and bite into it, then yeah, it's really good. I'd probably give this a solid 8 out of 10 because I just really like beef, but I could be biased. We'll see. All right, next up. I already noticed something about ones with sauces because that was really difficult to open. I couldn't really get to open, and I tried to like peel it with my teeth, but I just bit off the plastic, so I ended up just cutting it open with scissors, and then they got kind of messy. So that's like the only downside of ordering meals that come with sauces. I kind of like this one more than the previous one just because I think this is cauliflower, and I really like cauliflower cut into flakes like this. Makes me feel like I'm eating rice even though I'm in keto mode, so definitely a plus for that. I like how they cut up the vegetables to be very small because it's supposed to be very convenient, and so far it is definitely very convenient, so that's a plus. In terms of the taste, it's very buttery, and I think most of the meals that I tried so far definitely have like some sort of broth or sauce or something like that, and it's definitely not too dry. So despite the fact that I heated these up in the microwave for 2 minutes each, it's definitely not dry. Yeah, I think it just tastes like any other whole food, pre-made food, except there's a lot more variety. I think overall I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10 as well. There's a little bit of the spice in there. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't, but if you do like it, it's probably gonna be higher for you. Well, I can't really go wrong with this meal. It's definitely chicken and cauliflower. So far, it looks really good, but I'm gonna have to try it. Once again, I'm gonna have to bite into this because I don't have a knife with me, and definitely can't cut this with a fork. Tastes like chicken. That's a good sign. I say that because a lot of places sell chicken that basically tastes like plastic, but this definitely tastes like chicken. Cauliflower just tastes like cauliflower. I would add a little bit of salt if I were to change anything. It's slightly bland, but overall, I guess if you eat it with the chicken, it doesn't overpower it. I like that they added kale to it because kale is definitely one of the most healthy vegetables that you can have. So if you're trying to eat healthy but also having a quick meal, this is probably a good dish for you. I mean, they're all healthy, but it's not too saucy, and lots of vegetables compared to protein. I think it's a very good ratio. I think I'm gonna rate this one a 9 out of 10 just because I like chicken, I like cauliflower, I like healthy meals, and I like more simpler meals. It doesn't have a sauce, which is hard to open. I like these ones that are more simpler and I can just eat it on the go. But yeah, okay, up next, this is one of the ones that I was actually really looking forward to trying. The pesto salmon, because I really like salmon. I got a lot of meals that were meat, chicken or beef, because I like those as my protein. But if I were to choose a seafood dish, I would definitely choose salmon. So let's go ahead and try it. That's very good. I think the salmon was cooked really well. I always see salmon either like overcooked or undercooked, but I think this is really good. It's slightly on the cooked side, but I don't really mind that with salmon. And as long as it's not dry, it's good. And this is very juicy, so giving it a plus. Once again, the beans are kind of on the bland side, but I don't really mind that with vegetables. I feel like if you're someone who doesn't really like vegetables, then you might like have a slight problem, but you could probably just dip it into the pesto sauce and it should be fine. Personally, I like it bland, so I don't really mind it. I think I'm gonna have to give this also 9 out of 10 just because the salmon is really good. The only thing I would change is probably the side dish. I think they could do a little more with the beans, but overall I would eat it just as is. I just know that a lot of people prefer more taste in their food, so. All right, the herb crusted chicken. This is another one that I was really looking forward to trying just because I like chicken, and it's the only one that's crusted, so I just wanted to see how crusted it is, or is it soggy? Okay, so first thing I noticed is that I didn't know that the crust is just a paste on top of the chicken, so it actually looks like it's a grilled chicken, but with the extra crust on top of it, so it's not actually crust. It's just a paste, and it's not crusty at all. But let me go ahead and try it. It's pretty good. It's a little bit on the buttery side, but I know a lot of people like butter, and I think that was like the whole point of this, so that's really good. I definitely like these beans more than the other one because there's definitely flavor in it. There's pepper, I can taste it. It's juicy, not dry, it's not bland. Overall, I think it's a really good meal. I think I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 just because there's nothing I would add to it. The vegetables are really well cooked, very flavorful. Chicken, very juicy, very well cooked. I always have a fear that chicken is gonna be dry, but it was not a concern while trying the different chicken dishes that they had in here, so definitely a plus. All right, first one's gonna be roasted garlic braised beef. This already looks good, so let's give it a try. I think the beef today definitely tastes a lot better than yesterday's. The filet mignon wasn't as beefy, but I think braised beef definitely is better when you meal prep. It's a lot easier to eat since you don't need a knife to cut it. Maybe steak is not the best option for these kind of meals, but I like the vegetables too because they definitely taste seasoned this time. Yesterday the beans were like kind of bland in some of the meals, but did not have that problem today, so overall pretty good. I will give this a 9 out of 10. Pretty good. Okay, next one is the Greek beef bowl. I actually almost didn't get this one because I saw other ones that were better, but this one was keto, so definitely has the Greek taste. I'd say the vegetables in this are a little more bland, but maybe I just didn't eat it with the sauce enough. The sauce is a bit oily, but I'm not too picky with vegetables anyway, so this would be fine for me. But if you're somebody who likes more flavor, then vegetables in these meals are probably not gonna be the best for you. But in general, very simple and easy to eat, so that's a plus. Yeah, I don't really have any bad comments about this one, so I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 just because Greek isn't like really for me, but there's nothing bad about it, so I feel like people would enjoy this if they like Greek food. Okay, next is the Chipotle rubbed pork chop. Well, as I said earlier, if it's like a steak or some sort of chop or anything, it's just automatically less convenient to eat because you have to cut it or bite into it. So yeah, I forgot to mention the packaging was like kind of broken already. I didn't break it, it just came like this. So I don't know, I guess they need better packaging. In terms of the taste, it's good. It's a little bit spicy. I mean, it does taste like Chipotle, so I never really get pork with Chipotle. I usually always get beef, but this is pretty interesting. I would have liked it more if they just chopped it up and like made it into smaller pieces, just because it's kind of awkward to eat the vegetables with the chop without like cutting it. But aside from that, pretty good. I'll probably give this one a 6 out of 10. All right, next up, the ground beef and thyme cottage pie. I like this one just because I like beef. Yeah, I like the braised beef more, but this is definitely good as well, just because I don't have to cut into it, so that's a plus. The flavoring, I would prefer the other one more, but it's still pretty good. Vegetables taste like pretty similar to the previous ones. Nothing really much to say about that, but I do like the fact that I can eat the vegetables with the meat. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 7 out of 10 as well. Alright, next is shrimp alfredo. I've actually been pretty excited to try this one just because I like seafood, and it's keto. I think it's like cucumber or zucchini noodles or something like that. But the flavoring is still alfredo, so let's try it. The alfredo taste is definitely there. Instead of spaghetti, they put zucchini, which is very interesting. I think the shrimp could be slightly more flavored, but it's good just as is for me. Same with the broccoli. I think the common theme here is that they don't really put that much flavoring in it. It does taste very healthy, so if you're looking to get a quick meal delivery and you want to go for healthy options, then this is definitely good for you. I think I'm going to give this also a 10 out of 10 just because I like seafood, I like shrimp. There's nothing really wrong with this dish and easy to eat. Alright, and last one is the spinach chicken. I see mostly chicken here on the top, but the spinach is hidden underneath. So far, I've had good chicken from here, so let's try this. It still tastes very much like chicken. However, it is less flavored and juicy compared to the ones I had yesterday. I don't know if it's because I left it in the fridge for longer. I liked how they made this cauliflower. It's a little bit creamy, but I think it's very good. Spinach is good as well. I think they really nailed the sauces in these. If you're someone who enjoys more flavor, something like this that has a lot of sauce in it is really good for you. I would probably rate this a 8 out of 10, so pretty good. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and try out the keto-friendly shakes. First, I'm gonna do the vanilla cake flavor. I have no idea what keto shakes are, but I'm about to try it. This almost has like a cookies and cream or Oreo taste. Like the cake is definitely there. I'm surprised that this is keto because it tastes very sweet. So I don't know where that sugar came from. I don't even know what it is, but it says 0 added sugar. There's a lot of protein in it and a lot of fat, so I have no idea, but definitely good if you're keto and you want a shake. All right, well, let's go ahead and try the chocolate brownie one. Okay, very interesting. So the closest I would compare this to is probably chocolate milk, except the fact that this has a lot more the chocolatey taste. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if you've ever had like dark chocolate, it's like the strict chocolate taste. It's definitely sweeter than dark chocolate, but it definitely has that extra chocolate taste. I would say like it is kind of close to brownie, but I think it's definitely more chocolatey. But overall, I really like it. I think both of them were really good, but I would have to give the winner to the chocolate one because the vanilla cake one, it does taste like kind of too much like cake. It's like the artificial flavor. I don't know if it is, but the chocolate one tastes a lot more natural. So I'm definitely gonna have to go with that one. But overall, they're all pretty good. I would give the vanilla one a 6 out of 10, and I would give the chocolate one probably a 7 out of 10. So they're probably not going to be like my go-to drinks. I'm probably just going to drink water, but if you do want something else and you're keto, then these are pretty good options. Overall, I was pretty happy with what came in. As a gamer myself, I usually don't have time to cook, and a lot of the times we just make a salad real quick and then we're back to gaming, or for dinner we have to go out to eat, or we have to order food, we have to get takeout, stuff like that. But I think Factor is very beneficial because not only is it convenient, but the food is also healthy. And they offer a lot of keto-friendly, gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian. Alright, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed watching, please like and subscribe. Also, just to mention, I recently made a food TikTok and I post a bunch of different food videos on there. I go to a lot of cool food places and I haven't really vlogged or filmed any of that until now, but I've always posted very interesting pictures for my friends, and I decided that it's time to just film it. And I will see you guys in my next video.